Have you or like when, how many times you been on here? When did you come in? Like, if you got a proper introduction? Um,
How much cheese did you bring?
how much cheese did you bring? Thank you, Eric. Always rely on you for the proper, quick, needed information.
Mm-hmm.
Even on Sleepy Week.
Mm.
That's quite sharp. Oh, I don't know what I'm like off Adderall, but it frightens me.
Well, sharp like the cheddar that I hope 479 INFT brought.
I do know what I'm like off Adderall, actually, and it's that I don't have fun almost period.
It's just kind of boring, huh?
Yeah, not fun. Nothing's fun.
This is kind of okay, though.
Good, but you have weed. But you
I,
have weed.
yeah, I do have weed.
It's a big variable, my friend.
It makes a big difference, yeah.
Substantial.
I got a little concentrate there, too, if I need it. If things get really, really, really boring. Life's just too slow. That's the bottom line. Life moves slowly.
Yes, but see, when I look at you, it's like you give me a sort of hope, yet angst, feeling of angst or something. Like I, I would never imagine Sleepy Week looking like this for me. Like still sharp, and strong, a little playful, even. I'm like not like that.
When's my birthday?
Hi,
My birthday is April 36th.
but that could be the difference between core type 3 and core type 7. Because I'm getting mad that I'm not getting shit achieved. You know what I mean?
I get a couple of SI things achieved. I got some laundry done. I was pretty proud of myself today.
Yeah, why do you think you get so much shit done on Sleepy Week?
Well, laundry thing, I've got into a habit of thinking to myself, okay, Sleepy Week is one thing I know makes me feel better is to get some laundry done. Then I have that. I can anchor around that. Well, I got some laundry done.
Do you know? Do you know that that's the Adderall is supposed to release the very thing that's in you just for getting things done and that be the reward? You just get a constant stream of it from Adderall. Did you know the correlation, or is that just so?
I mean, I don't know exactly what Adderall does. I understand it's a dopamine thing and blah 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 blah. But I interact with it on a personal. I have a personal relationship with Adderall. She's a harsh lover, but
Well, you can have both.
I mean, I don't know. I feel pretty good right now. But the thing is, it gets worse as I stay off it for longer. I get more and more,
Apathetic.
no, antsy. Can't sit still for very long. Like, eventually I go into the 10-minute Tom mode where I can't do anything for more than 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, but same thing happens when you're on it too much and you're taking too high a doses.
No, you just spend like 4 hours doing something stupid.
Yeah, but that stupid thing is, I don't know if I'm taking a lot of Adderall and I'm in front of like, okay, I guess it depends on if it's deemed meaningful or not, which also changes immensely from it comes that the variable of meaningfulness is the spectrum is so wide, so vast on that thing. What can be? There's no consistency with meaningful for me.
Well, like the Sleepy Week I made the first day when I still sort of have, it's as though the metaphysical inertia lasts slightly longer than the physical inertia. So the drug will be out of me, but the next day, even though I can tell I'm not on any drug, I still am sort of in the same mindset. And so I get some last piece of work done when I'm not on Adderall. And the last one was the one with me and Cameron riding around Temple City. And the difference between me doing it on and off Adderall is basically that video has some slow parts that I otherwise would have edited out, and doesn't have any music underneath it, which you probably ought to, and I would have put if I were on Adderall. And yet it still did pretty well and seems to be pretty well received. And it's still work accomplished. So I feel like since I did it not on Adderall, I feel extra bit of boost of like, yeah, good job.
Does that turn you on? Hold on.
I can't see it. I can only see my reflection of me.
Is there anything about that?
No, she's pregnant. I mean, I like the boobs, but she's pregnant is the problem. She's already filled with another man's child. Rendering her useless for further reproductive purposes until that child has been jettisoned into the world and her vagina has had a chance to repair.
So Megan.
Chloe. I like you, Chloe. You make me laugh.
She is funny.
You're a loose cannon for sure. But
He is definitely loose cannon.
Yeah, you're a loose cannon. That always gives me a little bit of worry, but I like your general kookiness. It appeals to me. I wonder if I could go to sleep yet. Should I take one of these melatonins?
Yeah.
I'm going to take one.
You should take vitamin D also. Regularly.
Hey, Nick, you want to know what's an effective cure for opiate addiction?
What?
Kratom. You should look into it.
Are you operating off some inside knowledge that you knew I was about to talk to you about?
No. Just coincidence? I mean,
I don't think so.
My knowledge has nothing to do with you at all.
And your knowledge came from the same source as my knowledge of Kratom.
Where did your knowledge come from? Where?
From some person.
The person that I know?
Yeah. Particular INFP, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, then, when did she talk to you about it?
I have a message sent to Taylor just a couple days ago. I was like, did she ever message you randomly? What do I make of this? And I was like, and I told you about it before. Hey, she messaged me. And you're like, well, tell me about it sometime. And I forgot. And you forgot. It was just random. I mean, it's nothing other than like one line every, like twice or 2 or 3 times. One line just, hey, what's that video? Can you send me the video? Or, hey, have you heard of this thing called Kratom? It's amazing. But,
well,
odd.
It
made me feel uncomfortable.
Is that all it was about?
Yeah. There was no about. It was just she's sending me that.
The Kratom thing, it's because.
But do you understand how that would make me feel uncomfortable, though? Just. Could you? Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. But what were you going to say?
Well,
What was that for?
we'll go for it. I don't know, just sort of a mental reset. There's an indication of wanting to shout it from the rooftops because it actually works. And the addiction's persisted for almost 2 decades.
That happened with her? No way.
And boom, cold turkey, no withdrawal.
That's amazing.
It's fucking incredible. I believe it because I've been there through this process with her on before a little bit, of running out of the substance and then not having any and having to scramble to get a little bit to sort of stay not so sick. And this shit allows.
Well, no wonder she said something.
And she's told me specifically wanting to quote unquote shout it from the rooftops.
Wow. I'm happy for her.
Yeah, I mean, I am too.
Incredibly happy. 2 decades.
Close. Like 17 years.
If something got me off Adderall, I'd be shouting it from the rooftop. I've almost been on Adderall for 2 decades.
But it's not the same thing.
I know.
It's not the same thing at all. Opiate addiction is awful.
Yeah, I agree.
Adderall is not an addiction.
I do.
You think it's an addiction?
Okay. I didn't want to get into that.
I mean, do you think it is? I don't know. I don't consider my Adderall usage an addiction.
I think we probably have a different definition on addiction in this context. Do I have an addiction to it based on the definition I've prescribed to for addiction? Yes.
I don't understand how you continue to use it without taking breaks.
What do you mean? I take heavy amounts. And probably the amount of caffeine of a small village.
You know what that kratom stuff is? It's derived from coffee, relative to the coffee plant.
I wonder how it compares to what's it called? Fuck. There's a psychedelic that's actually been shown to be very, very helpful with kicking opiate addiction. Iboga or ibogaine. I wonder how it compares to that.
Well, I tried this kratom stuff myself.
Was it the thing that you were on when I?
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff.
And that's very interesting. Can you tell me the experience?
Well, apparently I took too much. I looked at a couple of dosages recommendations. I followed one of them. It seemed like it wasn't a lot, but I apparently took about 3 times as much as I should have taken. And which wasn't a shitload. It wasn't like a shit ton, but it put it into the put you to sleep realm dosage versus the give you energy realm. Apparently at low dosages, it gives you energy. At higher dosages, it puts you to sleep. And, it put me to sleep for about 4 hours. And I got up and went to work and did all that shit and came back here.
Anything different on the after effect, like the next day?
Yeah, I agree with you.
What?
I agree with your perception of my state at the time. That I was still affected by it. It was making me sluggish.
Is it what I said?
You said I was still on that drug. That's why I was so yeah. And you're right. It was like the after effects of it. I was kind of mushed out.